Le Nissan Kick-Play 2025 a beaucoup de plus. Apple CarPlay intégré pour jouer vos tunes préférées, des fonctions avancées de sécurité, un rendement énergétique remarquable, puis même la petite odeur de char neuf qu'on aime tant. Tout ça en plus pour moins. Le Nissan Kick Play 2025 est le véhicule neuf le plus abordable au Québec. Achetez-le à partir de seulement 22 774 $, incluant un rabais à l'achat comptant de 2 600 $. Profitez de cette offre avantageuse chez votre concessionnaire dès maintenant. Jusqu'au 2 mars, des conditions s'appliquent. Détails chez Nissan.
Less big old trucks on the road, more eco-friendly e-bikes on the road. Sounds like a good plan, doesn't it? Let's go to the CEO and president of Purolator, John Ferguson, who joins us on the line. John, pleasure to catch up with you again.
You as well, Lige. How are you?
I'm doing really well. And of course, the last time we spoke is when you were starting off this pilot project. And I've got to say, you know, I work in downtown Montreal. I live in downtown Montreal. When I walk home every day, chances are I see one of your Purolator delivery drivers on their e-bike with the trailer filled with packages in the back, going about their route. And just I think it was last week or 2 weeks ago, I had a delivery from Purolator, and it showed up in one of these e-bikes. So I've seen it in use, and of course, the journalist in me, I've actually stopped one of your drivers on one occasion and say, "Hey, how do you like it?" And the response was not, "I like it. I love it." Why don't you tell me what Purolator, what your company has seen during your pilot project, and what this has led you to do?
Sure, and thanks. Actually, we should get you involved with our research group. You've got a lot of experience now. This is great, good to know. Yes, it's been very successful for us, particularly proud of our partnership in Montreal with Mayor Plante and so on that we announced way back when. And we've continued on, and you're right. We've found that not only are they great for getting around downtown cores, but you raise a good point. Our couriers and our employees actually really enjoy using this new technology, this new means of getting packages around. So we've had a number of great outcomes, everything from it's good for the environment, eliminating greenhouse gas emissions, to just being able to navigate challenging areas with parking. We've got, community, cyclists that are waving to our couriers, just happy to see them using an e-bike, for example. Because so there's been a good just community awareness and response, just like you just witnessed yourself.
Now, the capitalist in me says that's all fine and dandy, but what about efficiency? What about cost? Does this make getting my package cheaper? And I'd love to know your answer on that end.
Yeah. So they're actually surprisingly productive. We're still working on, of course, making them even more productive. We're always, first and foremost, is environment, health and safety of our people and so on. But we're actually being able to get to a lot of the more we call it micro density and downtown cores. And with COVID now, there's been such a shift to home delivery that we're finding that it's become even more important that we're able to get into all these residential delivery areas as the volume has really, really increased through this COVID period. So we're pleased with the productivity we get, and there's more to come. We're learning more as the days go by.
So what's this, I guess, phase 2 of this plan? Now that you've gone through this pilot, now that you're into an expansion in not just Montreal, but I think it's Toronto and Vancouver as well, right?
Yeah, exactly. And we've added in low-speed vehicles. I don't know if you've seen them. Everybody refers to them as our cute little truck in downtown cores, but they're really great. Again, they're smaller sort of vehicle. They're designed to travel about 40 kilometers an hour. They're designed to be in urban neighborhoods. And they're configured to handle a lot more residential shipping. So between those and our e-bikes, we are now looking at really a national rollout of this. Now, Montreal has been really quite proactive in terms of their partnership with companies like ourselves, their plan really to look at city logistics and urban delivery, I think, is really leading the way in Canada. And so what we're learning from that partnership in Montreal is what we're trying to bring to other cities across Canada now.
Can you tell me if you've got a ratio? We're with John Ferguson, by the way, CEO of Purolator. Can you tell me if you've got a comparison number with how many deliveries a delivery driver for Purolator can deliver in a regular truck versus one of these e-bikes?
Yeah, so a regular truck will be 100+ packages for sure, plus some oversized goods. The low-speed vehicle can carry about 80 pieces, and then the e-bike, which travels even less speed, of course, 25 kilometers an hour or so, carries about 40 to 50 pieces. So that kind of gives you a rough order of magnitude. So what we've had to do is we've had to create urban distribution centers to have smaller sorts to get to these smaller configurations. And so it requires more deep sorting as part of the process. But then again, you get the benefits of being able to move around. Whereas, a traditional, I happened to be on vacation out west in a major city, and in the last summer, and I saw one of our guys had parked his truck, a big traditional truck, and was walking all over the downtown core. And then you have to walk miles back to get to his truck again. It's just the way it was.
But that was more efficient for this driver. He'd made the justification in his head. That's more efficient to do it that way.
Yeah, the old way. And again, this is actually, when traffic was still congested, before COVID, for example. But you would park kind of at the outskirts, and you'd see people, wandering these routes on foot, basically. So I think this is a great sort of hybrid solution that just enables great productivity with the new market, which is mostly moving towards e-commerce now more and more.
I got to ask you, John, while I have you on the line, as you view the holiday shopping season coming, it's probably already here. It's probably already begun.
It is, yeah.
So holiday shopping, everyone trying to get packages for Christmas. What is it? Does it keep you up at night, John? How do you think it's going to go over the next few months for your company?
Yeah, and we're referring it to as super peak this year. We our operations team have coined that term because we've actually been in peak-like volumes since August, and they started to grow, and that's a whole other story about what we saw with all kinds of home deliveries of, patio heaters and ping pong. I mean, everybody was thinking about their homes generally. There was also a big shift to suburbs, and a lot of people were working from cottages and things like that. So pretty fascinating shift in consumer behavior and what our shipping patterns move to. But yes, we are looking at unprecedented volumes. We're looking at ranges of 20 to 40% growth year over year in volumes on e-commerce. So major shifts to residential shipping. We've hired almost 3,000 people this year already, which is a record for us in terms of hiring. Mm-hmm. And it's just been a long, sustained pattern of high growth and in volumes. And so, we feel we're in very good shape for the peak season. And we're also the company that is often sought out because we're an expedited delivery company. So we do things fast. And so as others are slowing down, we get more and more people saying, geez, our customers want it quickly. So we think we're in very good shape, and we've done a lot of things to build and add capacity into our network this year.
John, are you hiring right now in Montreal? If
we are
people listening,
absolutely. In fact, our Quebec network in general is actually one of our best and most it's largest, really, one of our largest networks in Canada, and we've had tremendous growth in all of our terminals, Quebec City, all over the place. So. We are hiring, and again, we've got a great thing going here at Purolator.
Well, I just typed in Purolator jobs into the Google, and a whole bunch popped out there with your website and all that kind of stuff. Well, John, thanks so much for joining us on the program, and it really is fun with seeing those e-bikes go around the city. Continued success.
Yeah, thanks very much. All the best, guys. Thank you.
That's John Ferguson, CEO and President of Purolator.